A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt,
loyal viewers and subscribers, give thanks for life, give thanks for your continued support. Today on the Avenue, I just want to take time out and commend and applaud all sensible, intelligent and honest labourites, our members of the Jamaica Labour Party, who have steadfastly resist call of the Prime Minister for the counter-protest or an anarchy against the People's National Party and the peoples of Jamaica, despite the PNP or the People's National Party peaceful demonstration that was planned for my people. So let's get into it, my people. While we will be looking at Andrew Holness being refused an handshake, Marissa Dalrymple criminal case and what Paul Patmore got to say. Also the response of Dennis Chung to Holness statutory declaration, Prime Minister's calling and GLP, and finally what the oral Maverick Tracey say about Dennis Chung appointment to Financial Investigation Division FID. So my people, let's get into it. As Prime Minister Andrew Holness toured the island, my people, he encountered many citizens and had conversation with them. Having conversation with this lady, and at the end of the conversation he tried to shake the lady hand, but the lady refused from shaking her hand. But what I'm gonna say still, Damian Crawford, you don't need to try and save Andrew Holness in no shape, form or size, because guess what? You see all what Andrew Holness got to face from now on, Andrew Holness has created that on himself. Someone refusing to shake Andrew Holness and it's just the tip of the iceberg. That's my thought and views on it still, my people. What is yours? Leave it in the comment section and let's have that discussion. So let's continue.
Sir, years without a pipe water in the line. Years, so them something their priority. So if you live in a house and you have running water, probably water here. So you should think of giving. I am almost 45. Really? Yes, sir.
No, sir, you look younger than that.
Well, thank you, but no water, and I'm a farmer, so you know bad that is.
You have been here for how many years? How many years have you lived in the community?
I'm living in this community, to be honest, for 14 years, but it's walk from this.
There's no water here.
No water, but we only truck water. We don't have pipe where we turn on water and get water.
Clearly, I agree with you that the modern standard is that you should have water coming to your home. That's the standard we set. But it takes some time for every community to get it, and that's what we have been doing. Community by community laying the pipes. So what I will do is I'll take this into note. We are building out the water network. So this community, what's the name of the
on the Google map, it's Sterling Castle, but we are popularly known as Charlemont Farms.
Well, listen, thank you for bringing it to my attention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my people, this is what the media, TVJ, reported about Marisa Dalrimple-Philibert case after I was investigated and charged. Some people, what's your thoughts and views on this? Leave them in the comment section and let us have that discussion.
Former House Speaker and Member of Parliament for South Trelawney, Marissa Dalrimple-Philibert, this morning pleaded guilty to breaches of the Integrity Commission Act. Mrs. Dalrimple-Philibert resigned as House Speaker and MP in September 2023 following a ruling by the Integrity Commission that she be charged for making false statements on her statutory declarations. Mrs. Dalrimple-Philibert had omitted a Mercedes-Benz motor vehicle from her documents submitted to the Integrity Commission between 2015 and 2021. Mrs. Dalrimple-Philibert appeared before the St. Andrew Parish Court this morning, where she decided not to contest some of the charges brought against her by the Integrity Commission in 2023. This decision follows a preliminary point raised by her attorney, King's Counsel Peter Champagny, which was considered by Parish Judge Mr. Leighton Morris in December 2024. The former House Speaker was slapped with a fine of nearly $1 million or 10 days in prison.
Some people, this is what Paul Patmore got to say about Marissa Dalrymple, because both of them are from Trelawney, my people, and Paul Patmore is the PNP candidate while Marissa served the Jamaica Labour Party. Some people, do you agree with what Paul Patmore got to say? Leave your thoughts and views in the comment section and let us have that discussion. So let's get into it and hear what Mr. Patmore got to say.
Years ago, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said that he cannot sit in a parliament with Richard Azan because Richard Azan makes some shops for some poor people that was selling in the sun in Spalding Market. But over in South Trelawney right now, there is a criminal representing the Jamaica Labour Party. And everywhere I go, I let people know that it is safe to say that I'm of the 63 PNP candidates. Maybe I'm the only one who can definitely say I'm running against a criminal. And one of the things that I decide to do, we over in South Trelawney, the stand that we'll take starting at 12 o'clock tonight, because some of us will be heading to Heroes Circle tomorrow. But starting at 12 o'clock, we have decided that we will not sit in any function with Marisa Dalrymple from now until election. So we say no church service. We believe in South Trelawney that Marisa Dalrymple should not sit in a graduation with our children. She's a criminal. I don't believe that she should sit even in a church unless she decides that she wants to repent. And I kind of disappointed with even some of our church leaders, because Dalrymple, when she was charged on the Friday, and I tell you, by the Sunday, I see her on a church pulpit and up there by the rostrum, and I was really disappointed. Because those are the same persons who say Spice should not go and speak to our young people. So that's why I will say we live in a country with double standards. And I think that's why most of these labourites continue to say, boy, we and the PNP are the same. From now until election day, we want to show them in South Trelawney that PNP and JLP is not the same. So that's why we say we will not attend no church service, no funeral, no graduation, as long as Marissa Dalrymple is at that service. That is the way that we decide to show that Dalrymple must leave South Trelawney. It's the worst thing that have ever happened to South Trelawney. Marissa Dalrymple, the worst thing that ever happened. We passed through Hurricane Gilbert. Hurricane Gilbert did not destroy South Trelawney like Marissa Dalrymple. We passed through Hurricane Ivan, and it did not do the damage that Marissa Dalrymple have done to South Trelawney. All of these hurricanes come and see we with water and then leave us with water. And for the past 20 years, since Marissa Dalrymple is the member of parliament for South Trelawney, most of our water gone. All our standpipe gone. So that's why we say the worst thing that have ever happened to South Trelawney. No earthquake, no hurricane have done what Marissa Dalrymple have done. So that's why we say Marissa must go and go now. People, the word is love. One love, comrade.
After the Prime Minister's statutory declaration report came out, this is what Dennis Chung got to say to a nationwide journalist after he was interviewed. And my people, be honest and realistic. Don't be subjective, be objective. We are all Jamaican. Do you think Dennis Chung, after this, should continue as the Financial Investigation Division head? Or do you think he should step aside, being morally ethical. My people, what's your thoughts and views on this? Leave them in the comment section and let us have that discussion.
But Mr. Chung questions the veracity of this claim.
And I'm trying to figure out what the relevance of that finding is, because transactions can move between accounts based on, liquidating one asset, getting a loan, setting it up somewhere else, and set it up somewhere else for use. So, for example, Positive Jamaica, I understand, is a foundation, and you might want to move money from a foundation to another account, which is an investment account, to do transactions. Particularly when I look at Table 6, which is the assets, liabilities, and income held by Mr. Holness, you don't really see any significant positive movement in it. You see that there's movement between US dollar assets and Jamaican dollar assets, but the total of it, it doesn't seem as if there's any significant increase in assets.
The chartered accountant also calls into question claims by the Commission that a company named Green Emerald does not generate sufficient income to support loans valuing $20 million to Positive Media between 2021 and 2022.
I've looked through the report and I see, for example, that they're questioning loans from a company that does not have the income to lend the money. You don't have to lend money like that. You can lend money by basically being a guarantor, taking it in one name and sending it to another company. So there are some things there that I'm still trying to understand the conclusion from it, because I think there are still some things missing.
In addition, Mr. Chung says the Director of Investigation's claim of potential tax evasion on the basis of certain entities filing nil tax returns is dubious.
People filing nil returns, if you don't generate any profits, because remember, income is not profits, then, you could file a nil return. And a lot of people also in the country, not just be touching this one, get dividends, for example, which is taxed at source, and don't know that they're supposed to file that also. I don't find that there's anything suspicious with it. The assumption also is that the tax people are not doing their work if the filings were made, because when you file, you actually do file financial statements with it. So it's not that you're just going to file the returns alone. As I said, if there's no profit, then of course it's going to be nil, because you don't get charged tax on total income.
Mr. Chung says the Integrity Commission should share the detailed findings from the International Forensic Auditor who was engaged as part of its probe. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
But my people, after all is said and done, the PNP never agree with Dennis Chung appointment to the Financial Investigation Division. So they decided to go and have a peaceful protest after they give the government an ultimatum of 72 hours and it never heeded. But in a conference in St. James the Sunday before the protest on Monday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness went on the stage and he threw down a political tantrum, calling on all labourites to stand up and protest or counter-protest or to create an anarchy against the PNP and the peoples of Jamaica, well-thinking Jamaicans, for opposing his decision. So, my people, I don't think Prime Minister Andrew Holness should still be on our ballot in this general election. He don't stand for democracy. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is disposing nothing but a dictatorship behavior, and he's not qualified to continue to lead this country, my people. What's your thoughts and views on this? Leave them in the comment section and let us have that discussion honestly. Let's get into it and hear what he got to say.
Pray to God to continue to keep me and the Jamaica Labour Party firm and strong. I pray to God to give me the energy we need to keep Jamaica and our people firm and strong. Now, I hear that they are going to have protests for manufactured rage and crises that don't exist. Well, I want every labourite to protest against this hypocrisy tomorrow. I want every labourite, wherever you are, to protest in your workplace, to protest in the market, to protest wherever you are of the bad mindism of the PNP that is trying to bring down the progress of the people. Stand up, labourites. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Stand up against the PNP. There was a time when the playbook of the PNP used to make labourites afraid. Is a different labourite you're looking on today. Labourites are proud of their party. There was a time when the PNP used to appeal to something called nationalism, and they could influence well-thinking Jamaicans. But you know what? There are more Jamaicans who are in the middle. They are observing. They are not really wedded to anything politically, but they are more rational. They are more looking for who can deliver results.
To the Financial Investigation Division head. This is what another well-thinking, objective Jamaican got to say. He go by the name of Oral Maverick Tracey. Some people, let's get into it and hear what the Maverick got to say. And in the meantime, leave your thoughts and views in the comment section, my people, and let us have that discussion. Let's get into it.
YouTube family, Maverick again. Still with the best and most credible, fair and fearless analysis. I know some people are reach out to me left, right and center. WhatsApp message and phone call. Text. People that say Maverick. Oh, me not hear you say nothing about the Dennis Chung saga. Because you Dennis Chung a friend from around a footballer. And me I said, no, you don't know that, you know. Me I look on the shenanigans from a distance. And me I feel shame me, you know. You remember me always tell you how tribal my politics is? You see that Dennis Chung saga, yeah? It show me again and confirm again how tribal Jamaican politics is. Remember now, you know, the FID is the body that the investigation into the Prime Minister's accusations of illicit enrichment by the Integrity Commission. The FID is the body to which the investigations have been referred, you know. That remember the investigations don't done, you know. The Integrity Commission said we are hand over the investigations and the case to the FID for further probing. No. Me don't know if nobody are going to deny. Say Dennis Chung and the Prime Minister. Come ever put it. Well, see them there. We don't have to put it nowhere. And anybody who listen to Mr. Chung as a public commentator, if you have an ounce of objectivity about you, if you have an ounce of balance in your mind, if you respect your country more than you respect your party, then good God Almighty, man. With all of the shenanigans with the Integrity Commission and the Prime Minister, and the investigations have been referred to the FID, and see Mr. Chung and the Prime Minister there. That is the man we are going to head the body now. We are going to complete the investigation into the Prime Minister's financial affairs. And people say something about that. And a politics and bad mind. Add to it now the thing about the qualification of Mr. Chung. Me don't have never hear about anything like this before. And ad was put out in the newspaper for the post where Mr. Chung eventually get. But in the qualification requirements is a part of it about experience in law enforcement. The powers that be, them cut out that out of the requirement, obviously, so that Mr. Chung can get the job. when well-thinking Jamaicans, including the opposition, because the opposition are going to jump on it, people. Them are politicians, what you expect them to say? But well-thinking, objective Jamaicans now, and look on that man, say, hold on, man, but that don't look right, man. Mr. Chung in a public pronouncements, already prejudice imposition and the Integrity Commission as it relates to the Prime Minister. That can't look good, people. And no politics Maverick attack. The Maverick are no politician. The Maverick is a Jamaican we are looking at. The FID is the body. We are going to complete the investigation into the affairs, the financial affairs of the Prime Minister, as was being investigated by the Integrity Commission. Remember the history of this thing and the chronicle of this thing, people. And then now, a good friend of the Prime Minister can get the job. We are going to complete the investigation process into the Prime Minister. And Jamaicans, forget about labor right. Forget about your party. Forget about your tribe. But Jamaicans are going to look at me with a straight face and say nothing no wrong with that. Papa Jesus Christ. I know me see why people run left Jamaica and go far and go live. I know. Then this is not common sense. This is not politics. But a silly season. Silly season, you know. I'm telling you, sir, when it comes to the political silly season, people have no sense. Bright people turn dunce. Sensible people turn idiot. I wonder how someone do it with a clear conscience. Because me don't feel, I know them don't know, you know. I see them don't see something wrong, you know. Me I listen to someone in the media talk about this something and I say, Jesus Christ. I don't know them don't know, you know, people. I don't see them, don't see it. But the legendary Wilmot Mutty Perkins always use a term when we used to listen to him as a youth, you know. He always say, them head and their snouts are so deep into the trough that them no business with nothing. So them that's where all principles of objectivity. Your position has been made public as a public commentator. We've seen the private, you know, link up with you and the Prime Minister. Then you know, my God Almighty, Jamaica shameless people. And you're going to hear now say the Maverick this and the Maverick that and the Maverick collect money. We are here already, so we collect money. I look like my check box. Eh? Anyway, people. A silly season, as me say.
As you can hear, my people, that's all for now. You know, what is your thoughts and views on all of this? Leave them in the comment section and let us have that discussion. If you are new here, forward to the avenue. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel and watch the videos. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next one. I'm out for now.